Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance, Season 9, Episode 15, titled Last Sip Single. And they got the title from something Cara said. It's the last time she sipped wine or champagne before her wedding. So let's get started. The first couple is Cara and Guillermo. It's their wedding day. They both seem happy. Cara is getting her hair and makeup done. Guillermo is getting dressed. Cara's family and friend comes over. Guillermo drives himself to the wedding. And how is that? How is he driving when he doesn't have his papers yet? Does he have his license? How is he driving? Anyway, Cara's mother helped her get dressed. She comes down the stairs and she looks gorgeous. This is crooked. It's a tad better. She looks gorgeous. I love her dress. It's like the perfect dress for her. Her friend drove her to the wedding, but I don't know what her friend is wearing. She don't look like she's going to a wedding. She looks like she's going to a costume party. I don't like her outfit. It's ugly. Guillermo gets to the wedding. Cara's uncle gives him a hug and gives him a boutonniere. Guillermo sets up his camera or his phone so that his mother and family can see the ceremony. And he has flowers there for his brother that's been deceased. Next, we see Cara and her mother there. They walk into the venue, and the venue looks like it's a restaurant slash bar. We see people sitting at the bar just watching the cameras, looking at the cameras. And her guests, they're sitting down, and they all have drinks in their hand. I must say, Cara looks amazing. I love her dress. I love her bouquet. She looks amazing. She walks down the aisle to Guillermo. He looks like he's tearing up. She reads her vows and cries. Guillermo reads his vows. They said their I do's, exchange rings, and they're pronounced man and wife. And they look great together. And I think they said she is pregnant or she was pregnant. Either way, they're having a baby. So that's the end of Cara and Guillermo. Next up is Emily and Colby. We see Temperature, Colby, and Emily driving, and even though I'm not a fan of Emily, I thought Colby and Temperature were extremely rude. They are talking about her in their language in front of her. That's not cool at all. Colby yawns, and then Emily told him he is tired because him and Temperature were out hanging out all night. Then Colby says in his language to Temperature, "This is what I've been going through. This is the way she behaves." Then Temperature says, "Be firm. Don't be lenient with her." And Emily knows that they're talking about her. She says, "What are y'all talking about?" Then she says, "Speak English." Anyway, they get to the house and they go to the basement. Excuse me. Colby gives Temperature a tour where the magic happens. Those are his words, not mine. So Temperature tells Emily that he can't wait until Colby gets his documents so that they don't have to live with her parents. Then he tells her that Ohio has a huge community of Cameroon Africans. Hint, hint. Of course, we know Temperature wants Colby to move to Ohio. Me too. I think he needs to click his heels 3 times and get the heck out of Kansas. Okay? Emily makes it known that they are not moving to Columbus, Ohio. Temperature told Emily that she gets to make all the decisions without discussing anything with Colby. Temperature told her, "You are just telling him what you're going to do, and that's not right." Colby finally pipes up and says to Emily that they need to discuss it. But he's no match for Emily. Emily shuts him down quick. Then Temperature lets the cat out of the bag and lets Emily know that he knows that she's pregnant. Emily says to Colby, "You told him? Why?" She said, "Why would you effing do that?" She actually said the word F, She didn't just say effing, she actually said the word. Colby said, "Why wouldn't I effing tell him? He's my friend." And Colby actually said the word. He didn't say effing, he actually said the word. Emily said, "I told you not to tell anybody." Colby said, "He is not just anybody. He's my friend." So Emily gets pissed and she exits the room. In her confessional, she said she can't trust him and it's hard to marry someone she can't trust. But check this out, Emily. He couldn't trust you either. You went and bought a engagement ring behind his back. So he can't trust you either. So they drive Temperature back to his hotel. Next scene, we see Emily. She's tidying up. And all of a sudden, she's looking at an iPad. And she sees listings for apartments in Ohio. So she goes to the stable where Colby is and confronts him. He tells her that Temperature sent him a link. And that's all it is, just a link for apartments. Emily tells him that they are not moving to Ohio and she's not comfortable moving away from her family. And I guess she's not because it's free babysitting and she doesn't have to pay any household bills. Colby said in his confessional that the Cameroon community can help him get a job in Ohio. And I agree. I think that, that's possible. Because what is he going to do in Kansas? I don't know. Anyway, Emily told Colby that she said, we are not moving to Ohio and do not bring it up ever again. And Colby said, okay. And that's the end of Emily and Colby. Next up, Shida and Bilal. Shida invites Bilal's mother over for advice. Wrong move, Shida. Wrong move. That's bad advice. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. The advice she's gonna give Shida is gonna be is gonna benefit only Bilal. It's not gonna benefit her at all. So Shida brings up the prenup to the mother. And all the mother can do is talk about Bilal. Bilal has been hurt. Bilal has opened his heart to let you in. Bilal fears you may leave him. Bilal has triggers. Bilal is the head of the family. Bilal leads and everyone follows. But leave Bilal with his manhood. I don't know where that one came from. Why would you take his manhood from him? I taught Bilal to be strong and tender. Bilal wants peace. Bilal wants comfort. Bilal is a good man. Bilal, 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 Bilal. I'm sick of hearing Bilal. So while she's praising Bilal, tears is just running down Shida's face. Just running down her face. Because she now realized that either she has to play ball or take her butt back to Trinidad. So after the mother is done praising Bilal, Shida breaks down totally and she's just bawling. And she's crying so hard the veins are popping out of her forehead. And I feel bad for her because now she feels alone and defeated. But Shida doesn't want to rock the boat with the mother, so she gives in. And Bilal has to take care of her anyway for 10 years. I think that's what the visa says. So for 10 years, he got to take care of her anyway. So she ain't got nothing to worry about, really. But somebody need to tell the mother to pluck the hair from off of her chin. She had gray hairs hanging off of her chin. I mean, I have a mustache, but I go to the salon and I have them to rip it out. They rip it out. They rip it out. Or I put makeup on to cover it up. She's on national TV with gray hair hanging from her chin. I just wanted to go in there with a tweezer and just pluck it all out. Pluck it out. Why didn't they tell her to pluck that mess out? Don't look good. I don't like it. Next scene, Shida is cooking and Bilal is nervous that she is going to cut herself with the way she's trying to chop these vegetables. And then she's trying to cook a frozen salmon. Let's face it, Shida is just not domesticated. You know what she need to do? She need to put in that prenup that he needs to get a cook and a housekeeper. Because she don't know what she's doing. She is not domesticated. Anyway, Shida tells Bilal about his mother's visit. And she's making his mother out to be some kind of a wise woman. She ain't no wise woman. If she was a wise woman, she'd pluck the hair off her chin. But then the mother had told her to lead from behind. As far as I'm concerned, God created Adam, then he plucked a rib out of Adam's side and created woman. So they should be side by side. Nobody should be behind. What is she gonna be behind? How far behind? She should be a foot, 2 foot. She gonna be looking like this. Where the hell is he? I'm all the way back here and I can't see him. Or she gonna get the binoculars like, where the hell is he? I can't see him. I'm all the way back here. How far behind should she be? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Anywho, Shida told Bilal that she is going to submit and agree to sign the prenup. Bilal told her that they don't have to put in the prenup, that he will financially invest in her yoga studio, but he can put it in. What the hell does that mean? Are you going to put it in or not, Bilal? That wasn't a yes or a no to me. I don't know what that was. But starting up a yoga studio does not seem like it would cost much, not to me, but I know it's easier said than done. But can't she go to like a gym and ask them if they need a yoga studio? There's so many gyms out here. Yoga is popping right now, you know? And then she can give them a percentage of what she makes, and then she can build up her clientele and the money she gets from that. Then she can build her own yoga studio, or she can even do a YouTube video and do yoga on that. Her following will be like that because she's already famous now because she's been on TV. She can go on any social media platform and do her thing. She don't need no Bilal. She don't need Bilal. But if Bilal, I have a feeling that Bilal is that type of person. That he would not be with someone who is more successful than he is. He's not that type of person. He's too insecure. He's not that type of person. He would not want her to be more successful than he is or more popular than he is. He wouldn't want that. But she's now happy that he may put in the prenup that he's going to finance her yoga studio. Then she tells him that she wants a baby before she's 40. And she wants it in writing. But he unenthusiastically agreed to it and said, okay, and they shook hands. And that's the end of Shida and Bilal. Next up is Fais and Patrick. We see Fais packing. In her confessional, she said that 2 weeks ago, she told her father that she was staying in the States and she was going to marry Patrick. Her and Patrick are going on a trip. She said Patrick planned a trip on his own without telling her about it, and she's just following him. If I were her, I would want to know too what's going on. Let's plan a trip together. Tell me what's going on. Don't just say, oh, we're taking a trip to wherever. So I can't understand what she's talking about. But all she's gonna have to do is just keep bitching at him until he finally realizes that, yeah, let me start letting her, my plans. So they fly to Boston to meet his mother and sister. Patrick said his mother has lung cancer and she has less than a year to live, according to the doctor. What does that mean, less than a year? Less than a year could mean a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. What's less than a year? The doctor would have to be more specific for me. Am I going to die in a month, doctor? Am I going to die in 2 months? Am I going to die in 9 months? How long? In less than a year I'm going to die? That's not, no, come on. She need to get a second opinion. That doctor, what? Well, that's sad though. That's really, really sad. He said she can't travel to Orlando for the wedding, and he thinks she is going to be happy to meet Thais. They get to the house. They both greet Patrick, and they both greet Patrick's sister and mother. In her confessional, Thais keeps saying that she hasn't decided to marry Patrick. But she just said 2 weeks ago she told her dad that she's staying in the States and she's going to marry Patrick. So what is the problem now, Thais? What are you jerking us around for? Anyway, they're all sitting down chatting, and Patrick's sister has a black eye and a busted lip. In her confessional, the producer asked her what happened, and she claims that she fell on ice. How do you fall on ice and get a black eye? Did a fist come up when you fell on the ice and punch you in the eye? I don't believe her. I do not believe her. Anyway, Patrick told them that he will FaceTime the wedding so that they can, see the wedding. The mother asked Thais if her family is happy about the wedding, and Thais lied and said, yeah. But Patrick throws her under the bus and says no. He said her father wants her to go back to Brazil. So Thais explains that her father wants her to marry someone in her city so that she won't be so far away. The next scene, Patrick drops Thais off to go wedding dress shopping with her sister and mother. The sister is asking a whole bunch of questions, and I'm not for it. I feel like she has no right to ask Thais anything. Patrick had told us that he just reconnected with his family. They don't even live in the same state. They haven't lived in the same state for God knows how long. They haven't seen each other. I'm pretty sure they don't call each other and text each other and all that stuff. They're not close. He's just trying to reconnect with the family. So I don't know why she feels the need to ask Thais anything, because she ain't even close with Patrick. This sister needs to go deal with whoever beat her up and ensure that it doesn't happen again, and leave Thais the hell alone. That's what hey. The way I see it, no pun intended, she has bigger problems than Thais does. The sister had the nerve to say she is worried Thais will get pregnant and then take the baby back to Brazil. What? What are we talking? Why are we talking about? She getting pregnant. Where did that come from? is Thais getting pregnant? Thais' issue with getting pregnant prevent you from going getting another black eye and getting your lip busted up? How about you prevent yourself from that happening again and leave Thais alone? Leave Thais' womb alone. Leave leave what's his name? Patrick's sperm alone. Don't worry about where his sperm going. Don't worry about if he's having a baby or not. Don't worry about none of that. Worry about your situation, girl. Enough of that, sister. Enough of her. She got too much camera time for me. Too much camera time. Way too much camera time. So the first dress Thais tried on, it was horrible. It was too much. There's too much going on with it. And she agreed with me. She didn't like it. She told him she wanted something simpler. So the second dress, I loved it. It was simple, it was elegant, and it was sexy. And that's the dress she chose. Nice. Good job, Thais. Next scene. Thais and Patrick, they go to meet his family at a restaurant. I'm just trying to make sure I'm still recording. Yeah, at a restaurant. I'm just not feeling this daggone sister. She is very judgmental of Thais, who she has only known for an hour. She says she can't figure out Thais. Well, I say, how about you go figure out a better story to tell us than you falling on the ice? Go find another story, because I don't, that story don't, you know? Then she said, Thais is very vague. You just met her an hour ago. She's going to tell you her whole life story? Then she said Thais is very young. Your brother chose a young girl to marry. That's on your brother. He chose her. He went to Brazil and chose a young girl to bring back to the States to marry. Then she said Patrick is ready to be married. You don't know shit about Patrick. Y'all just reconnecting. You haven't seen Patrick in years. You haven't spoken to Patrick in years. You don't know nothing about no Patrick. Be quiet. I haven't even been around Patrick. Not talking about, oh, Patrick is ready to get. You don't know nothing about no damn Patrick. I know more about Patrick than you do. Then she said she don't know if Thais is ready to be married or move to another country. I say, mind your damn business and go get yourself an eye patch, because that eye is creeping me out. Then the mother starts in on Thais. She basically tells Thais she needs to be mature. Then she starts talking shit about Brazil. And then Patrick chimes in and jumps in on his mother's bandwagon. Excuse me. Then the mother had the nerve to say to Thais that Thais is not running away to Brazil with a baby, or she'll follow her. And then they all start to laugh. That shit wasn't funny to me. That was not funny to me at all. I didn't find it funny. Then she said, my grandchild will live in America. Wait a minute. Patrick told us that you were strung out on drugs and you didn't raise any of your kids. So why the hell you think you have a say in what Thais do with her baby? This mother, In her confessional, Thais said she feels like she has no voice. She said they're trying to tell her what to do. And at this point, I'm sick of Patrick. I'm sick of the mother. I'm sick of the sister. I'm even sick of that family friend that's sitting there. I want them all to go away, and I want them off my damn TV. That's the end of Patrick and Thais. Next up is Eve and Muhammad. Eve and Muhammad. We see Muhammad. He's praying. Then he goes to FaceTime his mother and grandmother. The mother asks him, how is Eve? How is Eve? He tells her that Eve is busy with work. She tells him to say hello to Eve and Tristan for her. He tells his mother about the culture difference. He asks his mother if Eve should wear dresses like an Egyptian woman. Muhammad, I've been on your side this whole time. Don't act stupid. Okay? Why does she have to dress like an Egyptian woman, Muhammad? You just don't want her to have her breasts hanging out and her butt hanging out. That's all. She don't have to dress like no Egyptian woman. Dress like a 48-year-old woman. That's what she is. Dress like a 48-year-old woman. That's all. So the mother basically told him to stop trying to force his tradition on Eve, and he should adapt to his new environment. That's good advice, but I think they should both compromise. His mother told him not to try and control Eve and to adjust in a nice way. The mother wants this relationship to work really, really badly. Yes, she does. She wants this relationship to really work. His mother told him, don't be grumpy. Muhammad said, I'm grumpy? His mother said, absolutely. In his confessional, Muhammad said he is amazed that his mother is completely on Eve's side. I'm not amazed. I'm not amazed. Muhammad's mother is smart. She does not want Muhammad to rock the boat and mess up her bag. So she wants him to be nice to Eve. But Muhammad is hard-headed. Muhammad said he does not agree with his mother. The mother is really pouring it on thick, though. She's pouring it on thick for Eve. She told Muhammad, don't you upset her. She is a good, kind woman. I mean it, Muhammad. Yeah, you could tell Eve is sending the mother money. And she does not want that to stop. Yes, she is. She told him, the mother told him, don't you start trouble by expressing your opinions. Basically, just shut your mouth, nod your head, and go along with it going along. Just go along with the flow. Just shut your mouth. Don't you upset that woman. She's sending me some money. I don't want that to stop. But Muhammad is not feeling that. Muhammad said he has to think about what he's going to do. And I'm pretty sure they got married. I think they were on a tell-all together. And plus, we know he can't go back to Egypt. He can't F up his mother's cash flow. He can't do that. You think his mother's going to let him in the house if he comes back to Egypt saying, it didn't work, Mom, I'm back? She's going to get back, go back to the States and make up with Eve right now. I'm not playing with you. Next scene, Eve and Muhammad, they go out to eat. And at this point, I'm tired of Eve and Muhammad. I'm so sick of them. So because of the advice that he got from his mother, Muhammad told Eve that he wants a do-over. He wants to start over fresh. And, compromise with her. And Muhammad takes Eve into another room where they have a fire pit. He had gotten her some flowers. He takes a knee. He presents her with a ring, proposes to her, slipped the ring on her finger, and now she has 2 engagement rings on. And of course, she said yes. They both are happy. And that's it for them. But I think they should get married in that room. That room was really pretty. It was pretty intimate and cozy. Nice little room. I think that's where they should get married. But that's the end of Eve and Muhammad. Last but not least, am I still recording? Yes, I am. Last but not least, we have Jabrie and Miona. Okay. So it's now a week later after the parents practically kicked them out of the house. We see Jabrie and Miona moving out. In his confessional, Jabrie said since then, him and his mother have been avoiding each other. Wow, that's horrible. That's horrible. Anyway, Jabrie has his guitar, he has his skateboard, and he has a bunch of boxes of sneakers. Just like a 15-year-old. Like his stepfather said, he's a 15-year-old. He has a guitar, a skateboard, and a bunch of sneakers in a box. In boxes. Maybe if he stopped buying all these sneakers and stopped buying outfits for him and Miona to dress alike, maybe he can afford a nice little apartment and a nice little wedding. Stop spending your money on shopping, Jabrie. He can tell us all he does is shop. Shop, dye his hair. He's constantly going to the barbershop because you got to keep that hair color going, or you'd see dark roots. So he's shopping and he's getting his hair dyed. I don't know what else he's doing. He may be doing facials because his face be looking real clear to me sometimes. Anywho, I don't understand the need for them to look alike, to dress alike. That's some teenager bullshit. That's what you do when you're a teenager, not as an adult. Anywho, in his confessional, he said they are staying at a rental home, and that's where they are going to have the wedding. And I wonder why they couldn't stay with the grandmother. Maybe she pissed at them too. So Miona is freaking ecstatic, and I don't blame her. Miona is throwing her shit in the car. She's ready to go. Jabrie asked her, he said, you got your roller skate? She goes, yeah. He said, you got your laptop? She goes, yeah, I'm ready to go. What you doing? Let's go. She is ready to go. So they say goodbye to the parents, and they're off. And the parents are not happy, but I don't know what the parents want from them. They know that he has to marry her in 90 days or less. So what the hell do they want from him? In the confessional, the mother practically said that she is punishing Jabrie for getting married by not going to the wedding. So that's why they're not going to the wedding, because she's punishing Jabrie for getting married when she don't want him to get married. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. That's the end of Jabrie and Miona. This is the end of my review. What is going on? Getting a message. This is the end of my review. I'll be back next week with another review. Princess on the Pill here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.